this video, I want to completely shift your mindset from feeling sorry for yourself, from thinking about why is this happening to me, why am I always stuck in this kind of situations, why this happened, I deserved better, and so on, to the mindset of wow, this is all happening for me and I'm very grateful. I'm gonna give you a clear and very inspirational explanation of why whatever you're going through right now, all of the problems, all of the tough circumstances, failures, heartbreaks, why they are actually serving you and why they were sent to you as a gift from God. We often feel like life is unfair to us, like we're good people, but bad stuff keeps happening to us. Like I'm just trying to do my best and I still meet people that break my heart and I still can't succeed the way I want to. And I don't look as good as I want to. And we feel jealous that other people seem to have it easier. For example, when you know somebody who met the love of their life at school and they're just happy together and you always get stuck on unavailable people who end up treating you badly, and you're like, why God gave them this love but not to me, because I deserve it too. It's the same for success, for how we look, you know, when we're like, why God give me this kind of face when there's so many girls who seem much more attractive than us to us. Why was somebody born in a rich family and I had to work so hard just to survive and all that stuff? And what I want to say here is that this perception of reality, of feeling that something is unfair, this is completely incorrect. Like, this is the incorrect view of life. And I'm going to explain why. As somebody who's been exploring spirituality and psychology for many years, the perspective of all of the problems that we have that I'm going to give you right now is something that completely changed my life 4 years ago. When I first heard the stuff that I'm about to tell you now, it completely shifted my perspective on life and on the pain I was going through, because I used to be very depressed as a person for many years before. I was constantly crying in negative emotions. I was constantly jealous of other people that they have it better than me. I was stuck in heartbreaks, that I was falling for somebody and they didn't want me and all that stuff. I felt like I had no purpose, like I was not good enough, all that stuff. So I wasn't happy, let's say this. And when I heard these things I'm about to tell you, is when within like 3 months I literally became another person. As this is what my friends were saying that knew me before, like, wow, how did you have this energy shift in such short period of time? Like, you look differently, you even move differently, you speak differently, you just give different vibes, you know. All of this depressive mindset and thoughts that I have, all of this unhappiness that I've had and the feelings of heartbreak and stuff, it was gone. So here is the concept, here is the idea. I believe that all of us, we are not just people, we are souls who came here in a human form for a reason. This is how it works. The soul, our higher self, our spirit needs to evolve. But in that space, there is just always peacefulness, unconditional happiness. There's nothing really going on. So the soul chooses to live this human experience and go to Earth, where there's a lot of stuff going on, when there's a lot of struggles, human struggles, to grow. All of these problems that we have, all of these negative circumstances, emotions, all of our struggles, they were chosen by us before we incarnated here. For example, our spirit knew that to evolve higher, they need to learn more acceptance and letting go as a form of unconditional love. And the soul literally thinks, obviously it doesn't think the way we people do, but to make it easier to explain, I'll put it this way. Okay, I need to learn how to accept and let go. I'll become a human who meets the love of their life and spends 10 years with them, and then this person will break up with me and cheat, for example. And then they see another soul and they're like, hey, do you wanna become my partner for 10 years on earth and then you betray me? And this soul is like, okay, I'll help you. I have my own lessons here that I need to learn through a human body. So let's go, let's do this. Let's go to earth and meet, and then I'll break your heart. This is literally how we create our own destiny while we haven't incarnated yet. So for our higher self, there's actually no such thing as struggle, a problem. It's just a task that has to be learned. There is a situation that we chose to evolve, to learn something. The most amazing news here is that in my personal experience, oh my God, I have something to tell you. When we learn our lessons, when we understand what the lesson is that our soul wants us to learn, and we actually take action, we change something in ourselves, things change, circumstances change, situations change. They just sometimes stop happening, sometimes they stop hurting you. I'll give my own very personal, very emotional experience with that. So when I was younger, for many years, I attracted men who didn't want me. People who told me that they didn't want to be in a relationship with me, that they aren't ready for much, they like someone else, they're not into me. And this happened to me not once, not twice, like 20 times or something. There were like 20 different people who said that to me. And everyone who I liked, who I wanted to be with, said that to me. Every single time, no matter what I did. And this is when I did fell into my victim mindset, that why is this happening to me? Why I always attract this into my life? This is unfair. And then I was like, 4 years ago when I realized this concept, okay, this is teaching me something, and I'm clearly not fully taking this lesson. And then I had this huge note on my phone where I wrote down all the lessons that I've had regarding this situation. There were like a list of learning to love myself first, learning to be happy even though my heart is broken, accepting and respecting other person's free will not to choose me, and so on. It was all written down, and I literally wrote down all the things that I need to do to actually learn these lessons. So for example, for loving my life even when I'm heartbroken, I wrote down that I'll stick to my morning and evening routine that I love. Even when the guy ghosts me again, I'll do this. And there was a huge list of things that I actually need to do, and I started doing them. And I was doing my best. Obviously, it wasn't the perfect path. I still fell into negative emotions and stuff. But after a time, I've realized that, wow, the lessons that I've wrote down, I'm actually kind of succeeding. I actually love myself more now. I actually love my life even when I'm heartbroken. I actually feel this sense of respect for the person when they're not choosing me instead of being angry. Okay, and after a while, I've realized that this stuff stopped happening in my life completely, fully. It's just gone. All of this pain of heartbreak, all of this I'm not ready, you're not my type, and all of these feelings of wanting these people, gone completely, I'm telling you. I just stopped meeting these people. I just stopped falling for these people. For a while I was single. I was happily single, finally, for the first time in my life, because this was one of my lessons. But then I met the person, and with that person it was completely different. Yes, the situation is not perfect now, but I still feel like this person chooses me the way they can. This person cares for me. It's a completely different experience, and for the first time in my life, I experienced this healthy, happy relationship. I've never had it before. I only fell for the unavailable guys. And now, even though the stuff has gone wrong and we're kind of broke up, but I'm not going to go into details, I'm not feeling the way I used to feel. I'm not feeling all of this extreme pain, all of this I'm not good enough, why this happening to me. Like, as you can see, I'm full of energy, of light. I feel very feminine. I feel quite confident. I'm recording this video for you. I'm living my life, my amazing life that I love, because this is how I learned my lesson, and circumstances in my life changed, and the way I feel about things changed. And this is a perfect example that you can project onto any kind of problem you're going through. This is not everything that I want to tell you. So, why God gives good people all of these problems and struggles? There is actually a huge opportunity that's hidden behind this. When you learn your lessons, when you become wiser, you become more loving, you become more kind, you become stronger, of course, you get through this. And this is when you can help other people. This is when you are granted the opportunity to be a healer, a helper to the humanity. I'm not afraid to say this. For somebody, it's just going to be, inspiring and supporting your friends. Like the woman who've been through heartbreak, she's going to really be helpful to her friends that are going through the same thing now, and it's going to literally heal their souls. And you can even meet some stranger on the street who's going to be crying, and you're going to notice this person crying and realize that now they're going through the stuff that you went through 5 years ago. And you're going to give them the support and advice that will heal their heart, that will heal their soul, that will shift their perspective on their problem, just like you shifted your perspective on this problem 5 years ago. And this is a blessing to be able to give this to the society. And my example is that I'm recording this video. This is something that I learned myself. This is something that really helped me and changed my life. And now I'm giving this to you. And this feels like a blessing to me to be able to give this to you, to share this with the world. The thing is that when you successfully go through something, you learn your lessons, even if it was really, really hard for you, and then you start inspiring others, you start helping others somehow with your example, even with your energy, like your energy of a strong woman, of a woman that can do it, that made it. It's very healing to other people. And when you're on that stage, this is the happiness that is not available to people who haven't been through anything, who haven't been through much. This is the feeling of love and unity and like completeness. It's something that is hard to explain, but it makes you very, very happy. And it's not available to people who were always just happy, who just always had it all together, who haven't been through much. But this is a gift and a blessing that's available to you because you went through something hard and painful. And this is still not everything that I want to share with you today. Here's another thing. Once you make it through, learn your lessons, you solve the problems that were making you unhappy, you are granted the level of happiness that is not available to people who haven't been through the same thing. There is a song lyrics that I want to share with you. It sounds like, you wouldn't understand love if you didn't know pain. You wouldn't understand loyalty if you didn't know betrayal. You wouldn't understand happiness if you didn't know unhappiness. So when we know what it's like to feel down, to be in crisis, to feel in pain, when we know what it's like, we appreciate happiness much more. And we feel this happiness much deeper, because we can compare the state of being that we're at now with what we've been at before. And people who've been always just okay, nothing's going on, they just are not capable of feeling this deep sense of happiness that we are granted as somebody who've been through stuff. So these thoughts are something that can completely transform your view on life and all the difficulties. And this is the new channel that I've just started. I'm gonna share much more thoughts and my own personal experience on relationships, self-love, healing, just feeling good about this life. And if this resonates with you, I ask you to follow me, I ask you to leave a comment so this channel can grow. And I'll definitely see you in the next video.